I am pleased to have you return to my Coin Lady channel. In this video, I'd like to tell you about a recent victory for XRP holders, which is thrilling for a number of reasons. But that's not all. I also want to tell you about how XRP is shaping up for the future, which makes me even more confident that XRP will be the leading digital asset. Allow me to begin at this very spot. Speaking of tokenization on the XRPL, 10%. This is a quote from DBS Bank, the second biggest bank in Germany. By 2027, 10% of the global GDP will have been tokenized. That is quite thrilling. We're only 2 months away from 2025, so in a little over 2 years, 10% of the world's GDP will be tokenized. It's happening at a breakneck pace, but we can all be sure that Ripple, the dominant player in the blockchain space, is diving headfirst into the tokenization world. Looking at his words, we can see that the World Economic Forum released this, didn't they? They released a report claiming it is occurring. Tokenization will account for 10% of global GDP. We examined the document that I am going to show you, which is a presentation that Ripple gave to the International Monetary Fund. Titled Transforming Global Payments, it paves the way for national infrastructures, central banks, and the Internet of Value to collaborate with Ripple XRP and innovate using distributed ledger technology and blockchain. Here we have the document that Ripple sent to the International Monetary Fund. It details their partners, explains how it works, and goes on to say how it connects and coordinates ledgers, which in turn reduces costs, increases speed, transparency, certainty, and removes risks. Based on our analysis of the Indian digital banking ecosystem, we have come to the conclusion that Ripple has been positioning itself to become the leading supplier globally over the last 10 years. We only recently learned of the massive cooperation between Ripple and Mercado, I would say it was around a month ago. As the leading Brazilian provider of Bitcoin solutions, I'm sure most of you are familiar with Mercado. The letter B, standing for Brazil, is the initial brick. Huge deal, and they're already using Ripple's tech to facilitate international payments and other services. However, this is merely a small sample of their clientele. It is not representative of the whole. We are aware that we have a list of more than 60 Japanese institutions, and I'll remind you that the CEO of SBI, a huge, big banking corporation, announced that all of Japan's banks would go live with XRP in 2025, literally a few months from now. Now that we're getting into discussions about our most recent and significant victory, and the fact that we've had several in the last several months, people are saying, well, we've had such tremendous successes. Why hasn't the pricing budged? I'll touch on that a little bit as well, but I don't want to bore you with the details because I can already tell that many of you understand. It's starting to make sense to you. Stuart Alderati adds that our sector is eagerly anticipating the Federal Court of Appeals decision, which will finally put a stake in Gensler's misguided attack on our industry. Indeed, a cross-appeal is being pursued. Now, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse has made a public statement. Ripple, our team, will be keeping a careful eye on this situation and considering our possibilities for holding the SEC responsible. I don't understand what he means. We all know that the news just broke, but now Nominal is suing, and other companies are following suit by suing the SEC. What's going on with the Ripple guys? Here at Ripple, we're going to follow the lead of our competitors, like Tether, who are already making waves in the stablecoin industry. In the next months, or years, this market will be worth $3 trillion. Instead, we will go right in. The company is incorporating the concepts, top products, and strategies of its rivals into the Ripple network. To answer your question, yes, Ripple was the first platform to facilitate inexpensive, rapid, and easy cross-border payments. A quick, easy, and inexpensive solution. But now they have an edge over everyone else. They have a plethora of major banks and financial institutions all across the world, which gives them a distinct advantage, you guys. They possess the necessary infrastructure already. Seeing what their rivals are up to now is the only thing left to do. Sure, we can do that, they assure us. We have license, compliance, and well-established solutions. For instance, they are incorporating our cross-border payment system, which has successfully processed billions of transactions into their own ecosystem. So, gentlemen, what's crucial is that Ripple is currently building on their great base, forming partnerships with larger and larger financial institutions, and operating within a sound regulatory environment. We are witnessing their actions with Ripple Custody and their acquisition of Medico for around $500 million. Their research into future solutions and ideas is extensive, and they are also keeping tabs on what their rivals are up to. Compliance is within their grasp. As a huge blockchain company with significant funds, compliance, and license, they are able to play the long game. However, we also know that XRP is not a security, so they can stay competitive. The SEC, however, is not complying with the court's order. As we can see from a single instance, guys at Binance, they have acknowledged that crypto assets aren't securities, and they are also defying the law and not being consistent. But now they're back to their old tricks, claiming that XRP is a security in the context of BitNominal. We are aware that BitNominal is a minor player, but they are stepping up, and they are currently unable to make a decision. They want the word out that the SEC is up to no good, so they're suing them and other companies like Binance and Coinbase. Keep in mind that we are paying attention to what's happening, as Brad Garlinghouse mentioned earlier. We're keeping an eye on that, and it's not insignificant. Large organizations, such as Grayscale, are sick of the SEC's antics and have banded together to fight back. This is the issue that Brad, the CEO of Ripple, is addressing. He says, "We are teaming up, and we're going to take a close look at this. We're going to take those contradictory actions that the SEC is putting out there and, move into the light." The idea that the SEC has been limiting innovation and slowing down the growth of the industry in the US is something that the new administration is trying to address. Therefore, in the future, I think Congress will intervene. They will recover from this situation by taking the correct actions. My forecast is Ripple and XRP will once again triumph, in my opinion. No pun intended, but I think these verdicts will cause price action to Ripple. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for watching my channel and for subscribing. I'll see you later.